and you are welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast. Your favorite podcast, your favorite podcasters podcast.
Speak
The
on it.
biggest, the
Speak on it.
best,
Speak
the
on it.
greatest,
Speak on it.
trended globally
Twice.
twice. Loose Talk Podcast. You're welcome, you're
Flex.
welcome, you're welcome.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's a light flex. Light flex.
Just to remind
Uh,
everyone,
Light
just
flex.
in
Big
case you
three.
might,
No,
might have
it's not
forgotten.
big me. What are you talking about? Which big three? It's big me.
Ah, Kendrick Lamar is
Anyway,
so insecure.
no, no, no.
Anytime he's feeling left out, he just comes in and and shake things off.
Yeah, yeah. You guys are welcome. I think we should actually start with an apology.
Yeah, that's true.
We should
That's
start
true.
with an apology. So, this is from us apologizing for last week's absence due to unforeseen. Well, not unforeseen. Due, we know the circumstances. You know, the internet the internet connectivity in Nigeria was just wilding, and we all know what happened. There was what happened? What happened, Steve?
There's an undersea disruption in terms of the cable,
Cable.
the undersea cable. I think it caught. So they were trying to fix it, and that was why the some of like most of our internet services were like disrupted for like 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks. Yeah, and because we record remotely, we were not able to like have like we tried, but it was cutting off. It was affecting the recording, so we just thought that it would be good if we just like postpone it. We wanted to like record during the week, but everybody's schedule was like, clashing, and we couldn't, you know, get a free time to do that. So we are very very sorry.
So, anyways, we just want to say, you know, our bad. We're sorry, and we honestly try to be as consistent as possible. We even thought of putting one of the throwback episodes, but we didn't just want to make it look like we weren't, you know, like we just put out the throwback episode because we didn't want to record.
Yeah,
There was a actual problem. So, sorry about that. I got a couple of, text messages and DMs, and people weren't happy. And honestly, to be very honest, I don't know. It's only when I see those text messages and messages I know like the impact of what we are doing.
yeah,
Because I really don't know. We just come here every week and just talk and upload audio. To be very honest,
yeah,
like impact, we can't gauge it. I mean, we take surveys and all this, we do all of that, but it's when we do receive messages like that, it kind of tells us how well people get down with the pod. So apologies again. Um, yeah, let's go into introductions, man. My name is Osagi,
yeah.
and I have the lead researcher with me here.
That's
Uh,
nice. That's nice. You're in a good mood this week.
yeah, man, I'm in a good mood. This yeah, we got the
I,
lead
I
researcher.
know I know what it is. I know what it is.
You know what it is?
when the available becomes the how do they put it? When the, when because Ayo is not here now, all of a sudden I'm the lead researcher. Come man, come
You
on
know,
man.
you know where
And I
you know
know I know what you're doing.
you gotta go to your backup babe. All my all my all my homies who ever had a back. Did you ever have a backup babe?
Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Of
Very
course.
honest, right? And all the
Yeah.
women listening to this now saying, these guys are backup babes. Babes, you are the ones that have backup guys more.
The most, yes, now they
Guys,
are.
guys hardly have backup babes, to be very
Yes,
honest.
to be very honest, yeah.
Very honest, if you're down with a girl, let me tell you, all these guys say is cheating on is not really like that. There are girls,
Yeah.
is guys, but women,
Especially women who are looking towards marriage, they don't put all their eggs in one basket, right? So they have this guy that are dating, they have one they are talking to that are close to dating, but they're not dating him because because they have a boyfriend that they're dating. But
yes,
they keep that guy around just in case this guy messes up so that they can quickly bounce to that guy. Then they have
yes,
the third guy that they're talking. That one is just talking, nothing really, but they're still talking to that guy just in case the second guy fails. that I can jump to the third guy. So like women, especially that late 20s, 30, early 30s women, they have that on lock, right? But for men, I think is if a man
Oh,
is, yeah, I think for men
brother,
is not the same for men.
it's a bit different for
It's a
men.
bit
But for
different.
women, they always have that Scott McTominay hanging around. Rob Holding, Rob Holding.
Rob Holding.
You understand? Scott McTominay.
Yeah,
Oh, my
available. Yeah,
my super striker is injured.
no wahala.
Get
I'm here. I'm here.
get
Or I'm
I'm
here.
here.
And it's not as if they are here. They are here and ready to play the parts. You know,
Bro, they've been waiting. They've been on the sidelines jogging.
just chill. Yeah,
The one that's even crazier is that they know that she has a main chick and she's like,
yeah.
a main guy
A
rather.
main guy. Yeah,
I'm just on the sidelines here chilling. Like
chilling.
those guys that are chilling on the sideline. Let me ask you a question. Are you proud of yourself? This woman is in a committed relationship, right?
Yeah,
And there might be one or two, things happen, right? And between the men and women, there might be disagreements, there may be some downtime. Hey, we
yeah.
just experienced 2 weeks of downtime in a whole country. Are you not going to tell me that the
Relationship can have a downtime. Come
you're
on
gonna
now.
have downtime now? So what do you do in downtime? What do they do? Backup guy shows
Backup
up.
guy. They call the backup guy. And the
You
backup guy
understand?
is always there. The fucker is
And you're
always
proud of
ready.
yourself. You're proud of yourself. You identify as a backup guy. Oh, I identify as a backup guy. That's what I identify as.
That's what you want to do with your life.
Yes, you should be ashamed of yourself. They will now call you at 11:30 at night.
And you'll be available.
And what's up? You will not reply, hey big head, at 11:30 at night. They never call
Mm,
you at 7 a.m. in the morning. You
yeah,
never go to church with them. They never take you to any of the family functions. You
yeah,
never, go attend any weddings with them when their friends
yeah.
are getting married. If they're on the bridal train, you are not there. It's
They're
always
just being
night,
kept
night,
for,
night,
for
night,
sex.
night, night.
Yeah, it's time we start shaming side guys so that men will have shame.
And ladies, you too that are back up late, have some self-respect for yourself. It's always nights that you are associated with somebody. Night, never in the
You,
daytime.
you just did an intro to a pod for the episode of this podcast when you're going after a thriving industry, a thriving sector. Are you ready to
No,
take on this battle?
no, the thriving sector is different. The
Oh,
thriving sector is not backup. I'm talking to backup people.
ah,
Side people are different people.
oh, okay. Backup is different from side.
Backup is different now.
Okay, 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 okay.
Backup
Now
when
I
the
get
main
the
generator
analogy.
is backup is bro. You don't on main generator and backup generator at the same time.
No, 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 no.
Do you want to destroy the appliances in the house?
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true.
Do you understand? There's a difference between main chick side chick. That industry is you can't get rid of that industry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That
yeah. That one
industry
is
and St.
standard.
Louis Sugar. They are going head to head. They're not going anywhere. That
Ah,
St. Louis Sugar industry. They're going head to head.
it's chilling. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking about the backup guy when the main generator, oh man, main generator don't blow. The diesel
yeah,
generator where they
yeah,
supply maybe 20 kVA
yeah,
inside house.
yeah,
You can't come with your 3.5 kVA since say you
yeah,
get level.
yeah.
What do you think what happens when the mechano generator is back?
You're fling gas. You're back to being a backup.
Do you understand?
Yeah, simple.
Backup bitch on both sides.
Yeah,
So
that's interesting. I never thought about this way. That side is different from backup.
they're
I never
very
thought about
different.
this way. Yeah. Now that you've
Side
mentioned
is
it.
side has more level, to be very
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, yeah,
Because for the side, right, the person cannot do without you.
yeah. That's true. That's true.
Do you understand? In some relationships, even the man acknowledges the side. Bro,
Thank you
let's
for
keep it a
yeah,
buck here in Nigeria. Make we know.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Like,
It's
I
true.
know,
It's
I
true.
know people where men no say side day,
Side D.
side
Yeah.
two no give wala, side day.
Everybody's playing their position. Everybody's
Bro, some
yeah.
people will play nine. Some people will carry the water bottles.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
Some
get it.
people
I
will be
get it.
ball boys. Everybody
Yeah,
knows their position.
yeah.
But you, Mr. Backup Generator, what happens when the main gen is working? You are out of
Yeah.
action. Do you understand? You're out
Yep.
of action. I'm telling you, no phone calls, no nothing. Backup
Yeah.
generator.
Yeah.
Then during
Yeah.
backup generator, because the person is still trying to get with the main, they will now take you to a restaurant, but they will now go and sit in the corner where you just have one to one chair in one
Yeah.
corner of the restaurant because they can't be seen in public.
Yeah,
Because
that's
the
true.
main friends cannot see you with backup.
Yep. Yeah.
Because they see you back up, they're going to tell the main that I saw him with backup. Oh. Then there's even more
Yeah.
problem. Then the mechanogen, the company tells you your mechanogen is going to be here for another 1 month.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a Loose Talk podcast. Mr. AOT2 is not here. We
Yeah.
don't know where he is. Might be in Ibadan. I don't know. He might be in Nairobi. I don't know. He might
He
be
might
in
be
Accra.
anywhere in the world, and
I don't
he's
know.
not here. Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't make it today. And we hope that Steve and I, we
Able
hold it
to hold
down.
it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hold it down. We hold it down. Where
Yeah.
do you want to start off? Where do you want to start off? How's your week, man? Did you work
My
from?
week was good. Last week was really good.
Yeah,
Work went well. Happy with the progress of everything, and I had no carryovers to the weekend, so my weekend has been chilled. Focused on like personal stuff and all that. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm always happy when I've achieved a lot during the week. My weekend is better after a good week. Yeah, that's how it's been. Yeah,
Do you know how crazy it is that like we define our week with our work?
yeah, it's true because yeah, I
How do
think
you get
it's
to do that less?
okay. I think also it's just because the most important thing in our lives, which is our family, they're also in a good place.
Hmm.
So because my family is in a good place, the next thing is work. So I'm focused on work the most. If I had a great week at work and my family is not good, I'm not going to come out and say I had a great week. So anytime I
True.
say I had a great week because work was fine, automatically that means the family has been good. God has been, seeing us through, taking care of us and stuff like that. But I think after family, work is the next important thing, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's often the thing we do the most, right? Especially people who work in offices, they see their colleagues during the week like more times in a day, more than
Mm-hmm.
their family. Because someone leaves like for especially in Lagos, you leave 6 a.m. You're in the office till like 5, you get home 7. By the time you get there, your kids are probably sleeping. You talk to
Yeah.
your wife till like 10, you sleep. In the morning, you've left. So,
Yeah.
the work is certainly work is the most like your colleagues are the most people like are the people you interact with most during the week, right?
Yeah.
Before the weekend where you like spend time with your family. So I guess work is the second most important thing. You know, maybe church, maybe religion, family,
Mm-hmm.
and work and stuff like that. Yeah. But it's something. It's good that you mentioned it because it's something I often think about. When do I get to a position where I don't attach so much importance to work? And I don't know people who get to that stage. I don't know how they do it. I've not been able to do it. Um, I don't know if you've been able to do it. Because I know that we're also the same. For a long time, we were the same. I don't know if now you've been able to kind of like separate them, and I don't know how you deal with it now, though.
Yeah. You know what this even reminds me of, and that's why you must really, if you don't like love where you work, it's going to be a
Yeah,
big
it's going to
problem.
be
It's
a
going to
big
affect
problem
you mentally.
mentally. Yeah, it's true.
And working at Paul's back then, it was almost like we're like one big family.
Yeah, yeah.
You're coming to work every day. I can't say this for everybody that worked in the newsroom with us, but I can say it for us. When I was, we were like, fuck, I'm going to meet
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
man
true.
again today.
That's true.
I like to drive everybody crazy. But what I'm trying to say is that like I enjoyed working there, and
Yeah,
so the week was like everything was good for me, right? So I
yeah.
enjoy my house, and I'm going to work, and I'm
I'm
excited
enjoying
to go
my
and
work.
meet everybody. I
Yeah,
work,
yeah,
every day. Meet all of us in the newsroom. We're like one big family, and I guess that's how, or that's why post that period, which is what
yeah,
almost 10 years now, right?
yeah.
Well, not up to 10 years because we met
Okay,
people,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, on the way, through the journey. But like most of us still communicate every day.
Every day, yeah, yeah.
So we've been
Every day.
some
We
of us have
belong.
been
We talk
talking
about
every
group
day.
chats every time on this podcast. The group chat
Yeah.
it
Some
comprises
of
like
us have
of.
been talking every day for the last 10 years. It's
I
crazy.
swear, it's true, true, true,
It's
true.
crazy. If you look at it, we've been
I
talking
saw
every
something
day.
mentioned it on Twitter. Someone was talking about, oh, your colleagues are not your friends, and something was like, all my friends right now, people I met from work. I don't understand what you are saying. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It's true. Yeah, it's
So
true.
if you love where you work, I think your mental health will be fine. So
Better, far
even for
better.
those who go to work every day, and this is like a lot
Sad.
of people who have also like like relocated and left Nigeria and gone to workplaces where
True,
really
true.
aren't close with
It's
you
true.
know
It's true.
with
It's
people they
true.
work with. This can be like cultural context,
Yeah,
different kind of race, different things, right?
yeah,
But like going to work every day and meeting people and laughing and walking and just being, cool and chill and
yeah,
even having arguments and fighting over some things, man, it's a blessing.
yeah.
It's a
It's
blessing because I've been in situations where I wasn't really like cool with everybody on the team.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It was just like, yeah, I'm here,
yeah.
especially, when you first join. So like your first 3 months, you're not really
True.
cool with everybody. You
Everybody,
respect everybody, everybody respects you,
of
but like
course, yeah.
there's no bond. And I think that's what remote work does. Remote
That's true.
remote work removes that bond.
It removes it. Yeah, yeah. I think it's something that we deal with now in my present company. Collaboration is really hard. Like collaboration is very very forceful. You have to you especially if you are the one who needs the collaboration the most, right?
Oh my god.
You have to force it
You're
because
literally begging
it's not
at some
natural.
point.
Yes, it's not natural. You don't understand? Is because you people don't see every time, and most times it's just you and your team who you know the most, right? Your department, your team. But anything outside of your team is hard to like bring people on board, and that's one of my challenges at work. But we've been able to, you just have to that owns the product that needs you that own the tax or the product or whatever it is that needs collaboration. You have to drive it. You have to be like an absolute driver. Disturb people, disturb their life to ensure that you get things done. If not, you're not going to get anything done. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
also, I think I've been once for a very short time. I've been one or two times, like in certain periods, I've been out of love, from places I've worked before, right? But the only way I rationalize it is that, oh, I'm here, one, I'm working towards maybe, gathering experiences that will further help my career, one. Two, I'm also making money to take care of my family. So those are the two ways I rationalize it to make sure that I'm always in the right place mentally to put in the good work and just be happy with myself. Because if I don't rationalize it like that, it's going to be difficult to handle. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Like I've seen people who said, "Man, I just had to resign from that job because
It's
it was
true.
stressful." And
Yeah,
the first thing that always comes to my head is like, did you resign or did you like see the writing on the wall?
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
and then because you knew you were going to get kicked out. Is that there? But I've
Yeah,
met people who were okay, but they didn't just like the place they work and they resigned.
and they resigned. Yeah, it's
I
true.
mean, the caveat here is that they also had the money to sustain
Money
them.
to sustain themselves. Yeah,
You understand
yeah,
over like certain periods, right? So
yeah.
it was easy for them to make that kind of move to say, yeah, yeah,
Move
I need to like resign because this place is not fit for me. But for people who can't do that, they come to work every day with like a very long
a long
face.
face. Yeah,
They have to go through it
yeah,
every single day, and they really hate where they work.
yeah. They do. They
So
do. Yeah,
shout out to everybody listening to the pod right now. Where
yeah.
listening from work first of all, whether
Yeah,
you love
if it's
doing
an
it or
experience
not.
that you can share it with us, and I would love to read that in the fan mail to see how people cope with situations like this. It's important.
Yeah, yeah. I would love to read that as well. Guys, if you the email is fanmail@lovestockgiants.com. And yeah, if you have stories about your workplace, you love it or you hate it, or you hated it then loved it, or loved it then hated it, whatever
Exactly.
the experience is,
Let us know.
yeah, write us in and let us know. Let us know how you feel about it. But
Yeah,
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 good, 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 good. My week was good too, productive. Um, yeah, productive week.
yeah.
Basically in front of my computer all the time. My side hustle is doing well.
Awesome.
I'm very happy about that. Shout out to Nana Samuel
Nana,
putting in all that work after frustrating my
the
life.
Ghanaian. Nana is a Ghanaian, right? Working in Nigeria without a work permit,
No,
right?
no, no.
No, no, no. I have to like it's, you know what? I mean, it has to be said.
What Nigeria without a work permit? No, no, no. Nana
I was
is
just
Nigerian.
joking. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
joking. I'm just joking. I'm
Well,
just joking.
before, because bro, see, I don't know who listens to
No,
this
but yeah, we don't
podcast.
know who this is. True. It's true. It's true. I was just joking. I was joking. Okay, Nana, cut it out, please. Cut it out. Cut it out.
No, Nana is a full-blooded Nigerian. That's a Nigerian passport. Abeg. Nana, you can work, oh, do your work. Paying taxes is another conversation. Another conversation, though. But at least he's working and he's getting paid.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
Nana is doing his things. Nana, I think you should also go and look for one civil organization to join to volunteer, oh, just in case.
Just
Because you ask you, what are you doing for your country? You know,
yeah,
I say at least, yes,
yeah.
and so he's going to. I'm sure he would be attending the youth call, if he chooses to.
If he
He's a
chooses
young.
to, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be good.
Why do people still like? Why do people still go for NYC? I want to know.
I think employment is still a requirement for
Wait,
being
no,
employed.
get out of
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Get out of here.
It's still a requirement for being employed.
But
Um,
that's for like civil service, right?
Civil service, private companies, it is because one day they will come and audit the company and say, oh, these people working with you, did they serve? It's on legally you have to serve before you start working.
Paper, just on
On paper,
paper.
on paper, on paper. Although a lot of people don't adopt it, but it's very important. So at least just have it. You might run for office tomorrow. An opportunity might come in. You might never know. So just do it. But I think with time to come, there might be a lot of people are not doing it anymore. I know a couple of people who've graduated, gone on to do other things, are not doing it. And also, if you want to do like your masters in Nigeria, you have to do it. You have like you need NYC, that the exemption, the exempt certificate or the NYC certificate, whatever it is. Yeah, if you want to do your masters, you need your NYC certificates. There's those stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's still important in the scheme of things. And I'm forever grateful to that scheme because that's what brought me to Lagos.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's how I came to Lagos.
that
Yeah,
I know.
yeah. And I was very adamant about it to say, you know what, Lagos is where I think I want to, where I want to spend my future, and like at that time where I want to live, and just work there. So I was
Mm,
like, NYC will be the best thing to come to Lagos with, and that was the best thing that happened to me because at the time I came in, I was serving, I was receiving, I was basically paid during my onboarding period in Lagos. Do you
yeah.
get, like, I was onboarding in Lagos, I was learning Lagos, and I was being paid by NYC, and that's like how I got into the system, and yeah, I'm forever grateful for it.
Yeah, it's a great onboarding experience.
Yeah, it is, it is, it is.
Yeah.
It
All
is.
right, man. What went down this week? A lot of things went down this week. Where do we even
Yeah,
start? Where do we start? Where do we start? Let's quickly start with Super Eagles. Let's start with that
yeah,
and get our
yeah, yeah,
Super Eagles of Nigeria played Ghana in a friendly, right?
yeah. 2-1. Yeah, yeah.
In a friendly.
I didn't watch everything, but I watched enough to know that Finidi did not go the Pesero route. He went his own way, fluent, passing out from the back, stuff like that, attacking play, not just defending and counter attacking. So yeah, that's a that's a plus. Finidi is I want him to be given a chance. He's a coach. He has won the Nigerian league with Enyimba, which is a big deal. Yeah, let's see what he does with it. He speaks well. He has gotten enough like certification and coaching education in Europe. Let's see what he can offer to us, and we'll see where we'll go from there. Senegal took a chance, got to the corner with a local with a local a Senegalese manager, a former player, got to the quarterfinals of the World Cup, and won the African Cup of Nations. So let's see what we can do with Finidi, and I don't have a problem with it. My best after Finidi, the choices are very, very, for me. It's not like we're not spoiled for options. Amunike has not done well, according, like, in my opinion, to deserve to be coach of the Super Eagles. The best Nigerian coach to me so far has been Captain, has been Samson Sasia. But I don't know how well updated he is because it's been long he coached. He served the ban. I don't know if the ban has even expired. I think it's expiring in August. He
Why
has
did
been
he
out of
serve
the
the ban?
game. He has been out of the game for a long time. I don't know how updated he is with his like tactics or the game right now. So let's give Finidi another chance and see what he can do with that.
Why did Cesar serve the ban?
He was caught on tape now. The BBC open eye. investigation. Have you forgotten? He was caught on tip receiving, collecting bribe to call up a player.
Damn, I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Yeah.
You follow that? Okay. Do you think the NFF would have fired or let go Pacero if he had won the AFCON?
It would have been difficult to to just let go of your AFCON winning manager. No matter how the style with which he won it, it would have been difficult. So I don't think they would have let him go if he had won the AFCON. That's you can't let someone who you would have given him another chance to say, okay, you know what, prove yourself again, And yeah, I think not winning the AFCON was, winning the AFCON would have given him a lot of leverage you know, to hold on to the job. He couldn't, and even the
At the
second
end of
place was
the
still enough leverage, but despite the
Mhm.
NFF has decided to be brave about it, to say let's try another way. And yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
So at the end of the day, winning is all that matters.
100%. Nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. Like it's hard to explain your effort when I've been in that position. I'm in that position at work right now when you explain, like when you have to explain
No
your
evidence.
efforts, because the results have not been really, really very, very convincing. It's hard. Just getting the results is just so far better. You don't have there's no talk. You don't talk. And I don't like talking. Like I hate now, so you guys know me now. Like I hate being in meetings just talking and
Yeah.
explaining. I would just want to go there to say, hi, this week, this is what we achieved, this is how much we brought in, and move on. Right? Like no talk.
Mhm.
Like the result is there. I just especially also from my experience as maybe a manager and a leader, I've seen that people who talk a lot, right? Don't, like, from my personal point of view, from the way I've seen it, like a lot of people just talk, and it's because they don't have enough things to back it up. That's why they have to explain and just talk and show workings, activity. When the results are there, man, that's why I'm like if I'm not getting the result, I'm not confident enough to, result is so important. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Results is what matter. If not, you go explain,
you
explain.
go you go explain.
You're right. You're right. Results, results all the time.
But
It,
this our street philosopher already told us.
yeah.
If you no make am, wetin be the evidence to prove say you work hard?
Bro, I was having a conversation with my brother one day, right? And this fintech thing, I think I said this on the podcast earlier,
Yeah,
some time ago. This whole fintech thing, there's some people that came earlier, right?
yeah.
Talking about them interswitch days, and we had like this bros that was early on it, early on it.
Early
Like I think
Paga interswitch. Yeah,
yeah, before Paga,
that's true. Even before
was
Paga. Yeah,
secondary school. He was our neighbor and he used to give us like insights and all this. And so I was trying to remind my brother, my brother was explaining like this guy was, and I was like, why you are explaining? No evidence. Because if the guy was on top of the game now, all you need
yeah.
to say is that guy.
That guy who is the head of
That's
this
all.
or who is the founder of
You don't even need to say anything. You just say that guy. Everybody knows, you know.
yeah, that's
So
true. That's true.
explaining without evidence, my brother, is tough. No, I was the one that it was my turn when they came. I was the all these things, all these things. Just let it go,
Just
let
let
it
it
go,
go.
let it go. You can tell your children or your grandchildren, and set them up for the next best thing. But yeah, man. All right, let's get
I,
into the
I
gem.
really I really wanted to ask you if you were serious on the group chat when we were talking about the Nike and Adidas thing, right?
What with
Where
Victor?
yes, like I don't you like you just ignored the cultural relevance of the German national team wearing an Adidas shirt, right? Like the cultural is kind of like cultural loyalty. Like you're trying to ignore that. So the context of this thing is that the German national team, the German National Football Association, the German Football Association, they are they are pitching their tents with Nike. For context, they have been the shirt sponsor of the German national teams have been Adidas, right? For the past 70 years. Adidas is a German sports brand, right? Really known, German. Their biggest ambassadors are the German sports team, right? Which wear Adidas apparel. Now, the German Football Association, they are going with Nike because Nike offered double the price of Adidas. And it's a controversial topic in Germany now because you are ignoring like tradition, history, homemade things like to go after money. And I don't see that as the best decision because there's something called cultural representation. There's representation, there's tradition, there's loyalty, there's so many, there's values, like, there's so many things that you can think about before you start thinking about money. But Osage is insisting that money is the most important thing. We'll be having these arguments on the group chat, and I actually didn't believe that he was being serious, to be very honest. That's why I brought it up here.
Okay, okay. So, thank you for sharing that context. I was actually going to read the news article, but you already shared the context,
Okay,
right?
okay.
More
All
context
right.
is that Adidas has been working with like the DFB, that's what they call them, right? The
Yeah.
Dutch,
Association.
the, the German Football Association, but it's DFB because it's Deutsch. But yeah,
Yeah.
German Football Association for about 70 years now. So since the historic 1954 World Cup,
Exactly. Yeah.
the identity of the German national kit, the
Is
German national
Adidas.
kit, right?
Yeah.
The identity is sewn in, no pun intended, with Adidas.
Yes.
It's a story of tradition, culture, success.
Yes.
So Adidas is also
Big
primarily like
German.
it's a
Yes.
German company.
Yeah.
Well, for all those thinking that Adidas is American, these are some white-blooded Europeans that own this shit, guys. Right? Now Nike, the DFB have agreed to work with Nike, right?
Yeah.
Now to add, and then they're being, like the DFB is now blasted by like the politicians, etc.
Yeah.
But to add more context into it is, and you can confirm, Steve, is that these no, that these sports manufacturers or sport kit manufacturers pay the countries to wear their jerseys because
Yes. Yes.
it's a form of
It's a
advertisement.
form of marketing, advertising. Yes. Yes, they
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
So they
That's
do
why they
that
call
for
them kid sponsors. Yeah.
thank you. They do that for the national teams and they also do it for clubs.
Yes.
So anytime you see Arsenal, Man U, or whatever club wearing a sports jersey
Are being
supplied
paid. Yeah.
by a certain sports manufacturer like Nike, Adidas, Umbro,
Puma.
or Puma, right? Or what's the name of them? That
Reebok.
no
No,
Reebok.
Reebok is not Reebok. Is has fallen off.
The ones that were kitting Liverpool before they switched to Nike
Forgotten now.
recently. They, they are also Sadio Mane's. What was their kit sponsor? Kit sponsor for Liverpool, and they did a very good job. They are the ones that they won the league with Liverpool
Ah,
before Nike. Hold on. New Balance. Thank you.
New Balance. Yeah. New Balance is an American company, right?
I have no idea.
Okay, let me confirm.
I'll help you confirm now. Right. So anytime they do that, they play the clubs, they pay the national teams, right? Which is a good thing. Like it's a source of revenue for
Yes.
these national teams, etc. etc. New Balance, right? New Balance is American, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Headquarters
Okay.
Boston,
All right.
Massachusetts. Yeah, man. These are very nice New Balance sneakers. I'm seeing. They make me live. Well, so now you're saying, oh, you should always support culture and tradition. And I'm like, what's wrong with Steve? Everything is about money at the end of the day. Do you understand? It's money. Adidas has been paying these people for 70 years. Nike came and said, I want to pay you more money. What's
Yeah.
with the tradition and culture that you're talking about? Now it's a kid sponsor now. How does how does Adidas want to own the culture and tradition of the German football team?
Because it's
When
a German company. They embody Germany. There's a German company too. There's it's similar
brother,
identity.
my brother, Adidas might be a German company as you see it. It's a global company.
Yeah,
Before
it
you
is.
knew Adidas was a German company, you probably thought it was an American company. If not that you read that book that all of us read about the story of Adidas and was it not Reebok and how they
Yeah,
split brothers or something. But before you read that book, the Drake, what do you call it, the Drake, everything,
yeah.
West, it's not Adidas that you know.
Yep.
So that's that's how I'm looking at everything. Oh, I'm not looking at it as from, oh man, they should be proud. They are, a German company. They've been working with this company and everything. My brother, DFV says these people are going to give us more money. That's all.
Double.
Yeah, is it double?
Yes, no. 100 million. Adidas was
I'm
paying 50.
I'm surprised that you're even talking like this. So all these people that are talking, right? And if you look at them, they are from a certain age, and I can understand it from their point of view,
Yeah.
right? I can understand it from their point of view, which is, oh, this thing is meant to be like tradition. I watched the 1954 World Cup, and how we went to the final. I watched how we won Euro 96 with what's his name, the guy that scored the two goals against Czech Republic in 1996, Oliver Bierhoff. You
Yeah.
understand how we won the World Cup in 2014 again?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. You're on some nostalgia tax. That's how I see it.
I also believe that you have a point. Money is good, but I also feel that national identity, cultural loyalty, values, stuff like that. I think it should still count. Is
How
even
is
also a strong
how is,
marketing.
how is Nike sponsoring a kid changing the idealistic or national values of the German national team? How? When I'm
Because
telling
Nike,
you, if you do a poll now, Steve, forget if you do a poll in Germany, people don't know Adidas is a German company.
come on now. How people don't
Oh,
know?
cut it out, man. Cut
Ah,
it out. Cut it
how
out.
people don't know?
How will people know?
Ah,
Okay. Let me give you a random question. You know St. Louis Sugar, right?
yes,
Is it created by a Nigerian company or a foreign company?
it's a foreign company.
You are legit just guessing because you know that most of everything that we consume is imported. Nigeria is a horrible
No,
place to set example. Nigeria is a horrible when we were importing
but
Nigeria.
the thing is that if St. Louis Sugar, you're saying it's not just a company sponsoring another company. This is a national team of Germany. For a long
Hmm.
time, they've been kitted by by the known German producers of sports apparels, right? And I think some sort of like cultural relevance and cultural identity there that kind of makes everything blend. It's a perfect marriage.
People don't
Nike
know.
is
That's what I'm
just
trying to tell you,
they're just
bro.
using
People
they're just
don't
using
know.
capitalism to ruin everything. We just offering more money. Nike knows what they're doing. I'm telling you. You know,
Nike knows what they are doing. So they said, you know what? We are going to ruin
take 100
nationalism,
million.
identity, and ideology by paying double of what this person is paying. No,
Yeah,
it's because Kai Havertz, right? Serge Gnabry, Tony Cruz, and all these guys play for Germany, and they are hosting the damn freaking Euros. They're
yeah,
going
they're
to be.
hosting it. They're going to be everywhere. They're hosting it. Yeah.
You understand? They're going to be everywhere. Okay, yeah, I get your point. So you're saying that Adidas will can never kit the US national team.
Um, I don't, I don't think Nike's messaging has been Nike's identity has never been America first, or Nike has always been. I understand that's the point you're trying to make about Adidas, right?
It's all
But
about money, my brother.
uh, hmm,
That's how I see it. It's
yeah,
all
I think I think we see it differently anyway. It's fine.
no, I get your point.
Yeah,
But my own points to your point is to what end?
yeah,
Do you understand? That's my
mm,
point. Like, okay, to what end? Okay, so they shouldn't take it because Adidas is a German company and they've been there for a long time. And then look at it this way. Let me break it down for you. You work in a financial technology company.
yeah,
You have a payment processor that is a local company. You've been working with them for 10 years.
yeah,
Another company is saying that, oh, we're going to our commissions are lower,
yeah,
significantly lower, maybe
yeah,
half.
yes.
And your boss says, man, these guys are lower. Where are they based? Oh, they are based in South Africa. Oh, we can't use them. They are not Nigerian. We've been using this Nigerian company for 10 years. Are you seeing yourself?
But the difference is that there's no with the general public do not have any sentimental or any emotional attachment to maybe our product or to our. This is the German national team that represents Germany, right? Putting on the shirt of an American company, not a German company. Like it's this is there's a lot of representation going on here that I think is going to be lost now with this whole with capitalism. Now that capitalism has come into place, no, that's
you're
just me.
just you're just throwing capitalism into this thing because you know that your audience will just say capitalism. We don't like capitalism for real. How many? What's the average age? I think the problem is the average age in Germany is like 40.
Yeah, I think that will check.
Yeah, 44.9. That's why
44,
they
yeah.
had
I think
numbers
that's why there's yeah, if it was a young this thing like Nigeria, nobody would care.
okay, you want to tell me a 25-year-old now knows that Adidas has been kitting the German national team since 19 for 70 years? They have no
Yeah.
idea.
You have no idea.
I get your point. I'm just saying, like, overall, at the end of the day, even to everybody, even to these idealistic people, money matters.
Yeah.
Money matters a lot, right? And I feel like they can make this claim or have this opinion because they're also doing well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you understand? Bring
It's
this to
true.
the NFF now, and if we had like a local kit sponsor, and then someone came and my brother is the reason why we don't even have local kit sponsors. Sef, make we no lie.
Yeah. Mhm.
So that's how I feel. I get your point, but I'm just like, bro,
You're thinking about it differently, I guess.
I'm just looking at it from money aspect. At the end of the day, that's how I'm looking at it, thinking about it. Speaking about um country and ideals and
Yeah.
all of that. TikTok banning, sorry,
The US
uh,
planning to ban TikTok.
it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I don't even know how that is going to work. But yeah, I think TikTok might end up selling to a private entity, to a US entity, which I think they will
Just
still
like
have
what they did
control
with
of.
Grinder.
Is it?
Just like what they did with Grinder.
Yes. Oh, that's the same thing they did with Grinder, right?
Do you know that the guy who was going to buy Grinder, or I think bought Grinder, is the same guy that owns Opay?
Ah. Ah.
hmm
I
Chinese
didn't
guy.
know. The Chinese guy.
Yeah,
Ah.
Chinese billionaire. Let me
Yeah.
say guy, Chinese billionaire.
Chinese billionaire. Yeah. Yeah.
So
But
the same thing
but
they do with
it's also important that is it so for context of why they are banning them, I think it's all like for political reasons. They think
Mhm.
that the Chinese government, they think that any company in China is under the control of the Chinese government, right? And I think they think the Chinese government is using TikTok to manipulate American data, to take American data and manipulate it, right? It's just for political reasons, to be very clear. It's nothing about money or about anything, you know. So
Yeah. So it's data and it's also like information or misinformation in this case.
but that misinformation part has been a social media has been a public the social media commentary and public commentary, not an official commentary. Officially it's just, oh, these people have access to our data. The
Mm,
whole, oh, the algorithm here is different from the algorithm in China, that use it, is a warfare against, is a social warfare against our kids, stuff like that.
mhm.
It's been on other private public concerns, right? Like people mentioning it alongside the other ones. But
Yeah.
officially, what the Senate is talking about and what American politicians have been talking about is just the safety of data, of the
I see.
American data. Yeah,
I
yeah,
see. So the other one
yeah.
is just like low key and more like
Exactly.
public spaces and all that.
Yeah, yeah. But if we even want to talk about the whole algorithm thing, who do you think is to be blamed? Is it the people who are looking for it or the social media who's giving it to them? Because if
Um,
I'm looking for pop culture content and you keep giving me educational content, do you think that will engineer me to start watching educational content? Don't you think that me as a person, my taste will take me to where I can get it? If I can't get it anymore on TikTok, I'll leave TikTok and go to Instagram. The reason TikTok is giving it to them is because they know that that's what they want.
that's a fine point, right? And that's the way like the algorithm works, and that's like machine learning, right?
Yeah.
Basically, and how the algorithm is saying, okay, you watch more of this, so I'm going to give you more of that. The
Yes.
problem with that is two things, right? The one is that does man really can man really control what they want? If you give man what they want, if you apply
Mm,
the same analogy that we are experiencing on our social media, life, right? And in the social media space, if you apply it to like real life, there's going to be anarchy everywhere.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Because so what we want is like, yeah, people want stupid things.
You understand? People want
Yeah,
nonsense. People want crazy things. People want to burn people on the road. It's
yeah.
going to be like what's the name of that? The Purge.
Yes, 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 yes.
where there will be full blown anarchy. So, how do we also control some of that online as well? Especially when these platforms promote, right?
Yeah.
They promote controversy and they promote ridiculousness
Ridiculousness. Yes.
more
Yes.
than any
Yes.
other thing. I can come now and give a speech on how data wrangling works, and nobody wants to listen to that shit, even if I make it interesting.
Yeah.
But oh man, World Star, two people fighting on the street, blowing themselves. You see, it's 1 million views.
Yeah.
So the brain is already wired to also like some things like that, right? And then they are force feeding us those things, and then they are rewarding people that also create content like that. They reward them
Yeah.
more,
It's
give them
true.
more likes, and they boost them and all that. That's the way it has been written. It's it's just it's an if statement.
Oh yeah.
Or
Yeah. I understand.
a for loop for every time this do this. If this then this, if this then that. You know,
I want to ask: do you believe that this is some sort of warfare against like America? Like when you are, you know, like like now the Chinese, the algorithm there is very educational. Everything connected to STEM, technology, science, like really really bringing up their kids well to be hugely influential in medicine, in technology. And while that is happening in China, we are seeing the decline of those stuff in America. Like, so for example, America is no longer the leader in sciences, in mathematics, and stuff like that, right? And I've seen you seeing the rise of like pop culture, ridiculousness, fractiousness, and stuff like that. Do you think the Chinese government or whatever it is sees this like as a social warfare against the United States? That if we don't empower the young people in years to come, we'll be the leader in sciences, in science, technology, in production and stuff like that, which will help
hmm.
economy, and they might be dependent on us. Do you think is a strategy? Do you think it's something is possible?
I think to an extent it's very possible. I want to read something that AQ said on the live report. He said he said it's an American and Chinese tech war. They've been in bed for years, and their apps is their sex toys.
Mm,
Do you understand? You
yeah,
can't deny that there's no level of some under G
some
going,
yeah,
and you would be deceiving yourself if you think it's a one-way traffic. It's not.
yeah, yeah,
It's two ways, right? Everybody's trying to be the world power, and they are doing everything as much as possible to weaken any other nation because they want to
yeah,
be the world power. And pre-social media, this thing has been happening. It's all
yeah,
about programming, and it's some sort of like condensed version of mind control.
yeah,
It's like what goes on TV as well. The ratings go up when you talk about fear.
yeah, 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 yeah,
So they'll tell you, oh, don't play this kind of content at 9 p.m. because they've studied human behavior, etc, etc. This is the kind of content you play at 7 p.m. All that is basic programming. And so when it then comes to like all these apps and all these things, right? And I guess what you're saying is like, oh, there's been like all these rumors of, oh yeah, 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 like Chinese guys, with TikTok are making sure that Americans become dumber by the day by watching like TikTok and spending all their time on
yeah.
TikTok, blah blah blah. Yeah, so it's not as straightforward as that because
Hmm.
people are also using those platforms to do what, to make money.
To make
People are using
money,
platforms to
yeah,
feed themselves.
promote music or stuff like that, yeah,
Yeah. So I would say it's again just like any other thing. You put yourself into it. What you are looking for, you will find.
yeah. It's true, it's true. I agree.
You know. So that's how I actually see it as well. And
Yeah,
but yeah, you're right. Is TikTok just like the TikTok in America or like in Nigeria? Don't even say in America because TikTok is here. Is it the same thing as in China? I
in
heard
China,
that
no,
there's limited time on some of
yeah,
those apps, or like the content that is way different, etc. etc. So
yeah,
I cannot tell. But
yeah.
will I ration it? With kids and even myself. I don't personally. I do not have TikTok on my phone.
TikTok, yeah, yeah,
I might have it later when you guys send me links. I can check it on my desktop.
yeah,
But like personally, because I know how attention grabbing that thing is and how you can
Yeah.
bro, I'm even battling with Twitter. Just being on Twitter all day will
Yeah.
not my point. Being on Twitter and checking and all that. And then you want to reduce that because once you reduce your time on social media, you become more active, learning
Very,
things.
very more. Become more productive.
You
Yeah.
know how many courses you would have finished
Yeah. It's
if
true.
you didn't spend time on social media.
True.
Etc. So that's it. Now let's move to the Delta, your region. What is
Yeah.
going on in Ugeli?
Yeah, man. Killed. Was it 16 or how many?
Yeah.
Yeah, killed 16 soldiers. Man, it's been
What led to that?
officially this military is saying that two communities in that area have been at war. What caused trouble, I don't know. I don't even have that information, but it has to do with oil or something like that, right? Like communal clashes between those two communities, and they sent soldiers for peacekeeping, right? That's the official position of the military. And in one of the communities, the young people there now attack the military and kill them. But there have been also, the communities have come out to say no. We were having clashes, and one person in the other community, one influential person in the other community, sent some military men, right, to come and
Yes.
arrest some of our leaders. They even killed some of them, and that was what caused this whole issue. And the military has come out to even threaten the community by saying that, oh, you are using propaganda instead of you going to, point out the killers and and that's just been the reactions. And I personally, as a civilian and as a Nigerian,
Yeah.
and with the information, with the knowledge of how they kind of like use the Nigerian security agencies as like a form of oppression, especially influential people. I don't think I believe I don't believe the position of the military. As that's my personal opinion. But that doesn't warrant killing of anybody, either the military or civilian. I think my best outcome, like my preferred outcome from this would be just doing a full investigation of this and bringing everybody who's at fault to trial. And when I mean everybody, I mean even people from the military and people from the community. But
Yeah.
we all know how Nigeria is, and that's not going to happen. The federal government or the military or whatever it is, any form of government agency, or are going to bully and oppress the opposing party, and just do what they have to do and get away with it. But yeah, the only conversation I didn't like on social media was saying, "Oh, talking about military retaliatory attack on people who attack military personnel or keep military personnel, or people trying to paint it as like something that can happen only in the South, and nothing in the North, and which is a blatant lie. And the military is military everywhere in Nigeria.
Yeah.
The difference here is that for the first time, this is the first time I was seeing that strong reaction on Twitter saying, "Oh,
Mhm.
just go and
Go and
flatten,
level the
go
place.
and level the place and stuff like that." This is the first time, and I wonder what drove that sentiment. Because this is not the first time we've seen soldiers or security personnel being attacked or killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's my position.
Why do people talk like that? Why do people
Yeah, I
just talk?
think.
Why do people
Yeah,
just
I
say
think
level
is
the place? Why
yeah.
do you understand what they are saying?
For this case, if we are to be honest with ourselves, the that commentary was driven by two sets of people: the Northerners and people who support the ruling party APC. I think the Northerners did it because of there's this general sentiment that it's not a general sentiment. When the military even released the name, I think most of the soldiers were even not of Northern origin, right? So
Yeah.
there's a sense of attachment to someone from your tribe being killed, which the action will be, oh, let's go and kill everybody who did that. Then I think the people who support the ruling party also are really, really, they have affinity for the northern part of the country because those are the people
Mhm.
who give them the votes to remain in power, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yes.
think it was a political reaction. The commentaries were like politically driven, and that's why I didn't put any credence to it or any too much thought into it because it's not credible. Anything that's political driven is nonsense. It's not often genuine or honest. You know? Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
yeah,
Um, I saw a soldier put up on TikTok. Someone did the screenshots and put it on Twitter, right? And soldiers are going on TikTok now, and they are like live. They're putting out live commentary or at least semi-live commentary. Oh, we're going to level the place. Oh, we are off there now. First of all, is there no code of conduct? Like, what's
Condoms.
going on?
What's the point? Yeah.
Why do people rush to social media so quickly to go and update everything happening in their lives? What's going on? Why
Bro,
must you?
Nigerian militaries, like Nigerian soldiers, go wide on TikTok. They even go live from the battlefield when they're like exchanging, like in the middle of gun exchange of gunfire between like them and terrorists or Boko Haram. You see them on TikTok. Like that's several, like so many TikTok clips of them on the battlefront, shooting, killing, stuff like that. Them shouting, running head scatter. Like the Nigerian soldiers go wild on Twitter, on TikTok, and I don't know why that is allowed. I don't know if there's a code of conduct in the military to prevent that or something like that. It has not gone. It has not. It's remained unchecked, and I think it's a huge problem in the Nigerian military. In the Nigerian military.
It's
Yeah,
crazy. I see
it's
those
crazy.
videos and I'm like, first of all, where do you have the time to be doing this in the middle of battle?
In the
Then
middle of battle.
why are you
Yeah,
like? Don't you understand things they call like stealth mode? Why must you, you know, comment on things publicly and put things? People can't people track you? What is like? How are you thinking?
yeah. I don't
Why
know,
are you
man.
not singling yourself out for even bigger problems? Because now everybody knows. Oh, from TikTok, they now know which battalion you're
Your
part of. So
position, thank you,
you
stuff
can
like
go and
that.
threaten your
I don't
family.
know, man. I
They
don't know.
can threaten your family. They
Yeah,
whatever it is.
yeah.
It's crazy.
It's
Let's go
crazy.
into entertainment. I'm already getting pissed off.
Yeah, yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
okay, so you remember? I think the first Big Brother, is it the first Miracle? Is Miracle the
Yeah.
first one?
Not the first.
The second, right?
I think it's second. I can't remember. I think it's the second. I can't
The
remember.
first
But it
was
was
if
the
you
winner. No, it's the winner. He was the winner. Oh.
no, if a set is different now.
No, no, no. I think as FSC, no, FSC is different. He came before FA now.
Yeah.
Miracle came before FA now. Miracle is Toby's and Sissy's set now.
Yes. So they
Yes,
were the
yes,
first
yes.
sets.
Was that the first set? Was Toby said the first set? Like
To be
after the Ebuka set, like there was a long break. BB Niger,
Yeah, BB
right?
Niger specifically, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
BB
think
Niger specifically.
yeah, I'm checking, but I think
I think second. I think third overall.
I
Second after
think
the break.
I actually think it's the first. Like, I'm checking now. Big Brother Nigeria
BB Niger Ebuka's one is the first now, 2006.
Miracle. Also, if his set is the first, which is the
Oh, for
single
real?
base, yeah, which is the 2000. So they made a mistake here. The tweet I'm reading, they wrote 2018.
Okay,
He's
okay.
the 2017 set.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
they
2017.
spent
Okay, okay.
they spent 14 days. They spent 77 days in the house. 14 housemates.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. That's if a set.
that's a fee.
Yeah,
The
Miracle set.
double trouble, I mean double wala.
Global Allah is Miracle set.
Yes, that's miracle set. Yeah,
So the Miracle set is the one that had CC, Toby, Alex.
yeah,
I think this is my
yeah.
favorite set.
For real?
Yeah, I think this is my
Sissy was a problem in that set.
yeah. But
Of the office,
The
we used to
Efe
go
sets were
crazy at
very
the
mature.
office. Is that?
The Efe sets were very mature. The Efe set was the Bisola, the
Yeah,
Dougie
that's Bisola.
Rise, the
Yeah,
T-Boss.
T-Boss.
Who
Yeah,
else
that's
was
true. That's
who else
true.
was popular in this set? Bassi, Tintol Tony, Uriel, Kemen. Yeah,
Ah,
they were very
Ira was FA set.
yeah now.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
She has remained very, very relevant. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, right from day one, right?
Yeah, that's good.
So that's the Seagull base. But yeah, so Miracle, there was news that he had finally graduated from aviation school, and he's a certified pilot. So
Pilots in America. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
shout out to him, shout out to him. Maybe easy something,
yeah. Yeah.
become pilots, and all that. So a big shout out to him. So someone Andy, I don't know if you know Andy. Andy on Twitter said many in the court are saying his decision making is superior to some other winners who pursued showbiz. I don't know about all of that, but you're diagnosing is a symptom. The underlying disease, and he put disease in air quotes, is that BB Niger increasingly selects housemates from showbiz instead of the regular world.
Yeah.
You know, which kind of makes sense. And I put a response there to what he was saying. My response was most likely because post show they need them recycled back into the showbiz space, leveraging them as brand ambassadors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what's the point of taking, like, to them, right? If multi choice running like BBN Niger, like Miracle winning is an L to me because as soon as
Yeah.
you know,
He has not been able to bring back anything to the brand, right?
yeah,
As a person because he has gone off the radar. He's
yeah,
in a different space. Yeah. So commercially, he's not a viable candidate, right?
hmm
Yes, I understand. I understand.
and I
Um,
even think what they were doing for them at some point is the I heard, that the contracts they started signing at some point where they didn't just sign you for the 90 days anymore. They signed
yeah,
you
they sign
for
you for the show, for the reunion, stuff like
yes,
that. Like,
over
yeah,
a
yeah,
long period of
that's
time.
true. Over a long
For any
period of time,
choice event, you have to
you
show
have
up,
to be there.
like
Yeah,
contractually obligated to show up at some certain events. Because what was
yeah,
happening before you win, everybody just goes.
yeah. That's true.
I
That's
think
true.
they figured out that we can actually we make these guys superstars. They go on to get like these huge endorsement deals. You know what? Hey,
We can leverage on them.
yeah, so you're going to be part of our shows. If we have like any gigs we want to do and everything, you have to come through. There are a
Yeah,
lot of like posts, eviction shows, and I'm not even talking about like the show itself, but like post eviction or post show, events and stuff that you have to do. And you saw that I think it was after CC set. I think it was the Pepper Dem set or the lockdown set that came into place, that immediately everybody, you have to now join in and do whatever you need to do, which is very
that's true.
smart. Yeah,
Yeah, it
man, like
is.
if I was even more choice, I'll go a step further. I'm taking 5% of every endorsement deal you take.
Ah,
Yes now.
yeah.
Yes now,
I,
because
I don't think I don't think the model is wrong by taking
Mhm,
people connected to showbiz. I won't say people connected to showbiz. I'll say people who have some certain type of balls. Because Tasha, before she went there, Tasha was like 300K deep on Instagram. Like she was like really popular, but she wasn't in this
mhm,
showbiz space. She wasn't even in
yeah,
Lagos. She was in Port Harcourt, like stuff like that, right? So yeah, I get the idea of taking people who already have like a certain type of buzz because it brings the buzz to the show. You bring in a lot of followers to the show, and it continues thereafter. And also, no matter how you look at it, having a certain type of followership, right, already tells that you have a certain type of personality, right? And
hmm
Big Brother Nigeria is a personality-driven show, so I don't blame Multi Choice or the organizers for going after people who have some balls. It makes the show everly interesting. You go and bring somebody who's random, who's boring, the show is not going to be good, whatever it is. So I think so far so good. It has worked for them. I don't see any, if it's not broke, like it's not broken, why would we fix it? So something like that.
yeah, I don't
Yeah, I
think
don't have a problem with them. I don't have a problem with it. If you feel that you want to go into Big Brother Nigeria, go find something doing, generate some balls, and you might be in. Yeah, that's how it is. Nothing great or good comes easy. You want a huge platform like that, you have to be able to show that you have the personality to keep people engaged. And how best do you show that personality is by building an audience either on social media or whatever thing you are doing. So yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, and I think because the companies also have to like beat their targets every year on year, right? They have to, their KPIs, of course,
Yeah,
become
increases. Yeah, that's true.
increases, right? They are also pressed to then look for people
Who will give them out of gates? Who will give them those numbers?
who
Yeah,
will give them that ROI.
it's true. Sharply,
So they
sharply.
can't
Yeah.
afford to have like another, dulling person. There's some
Yeah,
dulling.
there's so many things at stake now. They've taken money from sponsors. The
Yeah.
sponsorship is $2 million, right? Like, it's expensive. There's so many things at stake. You can't just go and bring a random person just because you want to make the show as authentic as possible. No,
hmm
that's not way. It's not done that way. You know.
I think they're going to do. I think if I was Big Brother for the next one, I know they're doing the auditions now. They should even announce. But like, I would definitely do like a celebrity edition.
Yeah. So but All Stars is somehow the last year was one was All Stars, right? That's
Yeah,
a kind
they
of
had to do the All Stars
they had to
because
do the All
the
Stars because the
one
buzz
before the
was
All Stars
dying.
was the one before the All Stars was bullshit.
Was bullshit. Yeah, it
It
was it
was
was
terrible.
terrible. Yeah.
I think they had already started taking some L's from the white money on.
Yes, yes, yes. I think so.
But the Lakon was really good, right? The
Yeah,
Lakon
Lakers
was
was really good. Lakers
Lakon
was
had
that's and you know what the Lakers own too was 2020. Everybody was at home,
was COVID.
COVID, lockdown, everything. So it
The
made sense.
2020
Yeah.
one, I think was the height. I think it peaked at 2020.
It peaked at 2020, and that's the problem they had. So 2021, 2022,
Yeah,
2023, 2021, 2022, they suffer. So 2023 say, you know what, let's not risk it. Let's just do like an
and
All Stars edition. All Stars
yeah,
is somehow a celebrity edition, but I know what you mean. A celebrity edition is people outside of the Big Brother Ninja space. So
yeah.
people like maybe you can bring in a
No,
shag
we're going to
a
do it. We're going to do bring 10 people, and you're going to mention 5 people, and I'm going to mention 5 people, or we'll
okay.
both mention 6 people,
What's
six
the age
people.
rate? What's the age range?
So first of all, before we go into that, I just want to talk about how good the lockdown edition was, which was the
Yeah.
2020. It had Lekon, it had
Kidwire.
Dorothy, like see personality and character, right?
Yeah.
Lekon, Dorothy, Nengi, Neil V, Ozo,
Kidwire.
Kidwire,
Kidwire, Eric,
Alan
Erica.
Fudge.
Tony Badge was there too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just those ones alone, they
Prince.
kind of
Prince was there.
yeah. The was the Prince guy here?
Prince was there now. Yeah, Prince was there
I think
now.
I was here, and the
Yeah.
Brighto guy was here as well.
Brighto was there too. Yeah.
So
That's
they
true.
kind of had
Yeah.
that star quality. I don't
Yep.
think the the white money on had that much, even though
Yep.
he tried, right? Like he had white money, liquor, rose, Perry, cross, angel. Yeah, nice.
It's
So
lights. It's
that could
lights.
be, but
Yeah.
compared to the other ones, then the final one was just come on, man. That one for me was just not fit for purpose. Yeah, it was not it.
I can't even
Right.
remember anybody from Groove. I found Fina and Groovy. I can't remember any other person from that place.
All right, so let's do a quick math. You have 3 girls, 3 guys.
What's the age
Age
range?
range 21 to 32.
21 to 32. All right, let's go.
Oh, let's just do 35.
35. Okay.
Yeah, celebrity edition 21 to 35. Okay, let me list out who I have in my mind.
Hmm. Oh, why are you putting me in this position?
Crazy, right? Celebrity edition can be media personality, can be actor, can be whatever. But definitely, you're not going to put like A-list people. They are not attending. You understand? So
It is
you
not going
also
to
have
be
to
fine.
make it.
Yeah.
I got three
Confirming
people
now.
already.
I have to confirm their age, their ages, right?
You can play around with the age. No, doesn't need to be that deep. Celebrity edition. Let me see. Are we
Okay,
ready?
let's go. Let's
Are you
go.
ready? You
One,
want to
two,
go
three.
first?
Yeah, I'm
You
ready.
want to
I'm
go
ready.
first?
Let me go first.
All right, hit me.
Okay, number one, Chidima.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
I think Jimmy will make an interesting housemate.
Oh, Jimmy, same Jimmy who's like hype man,
Hype
voice
man,
actor,
yes.
actor. Okay, great.
Yes, Jimmy.
That's
I
dope.
think Timini,
Timini Ebuson.
yeah. Brother Shaggy
Wow, that's crazy.
and Nancy Sime.
Dope.
Yeah,
Celebrity edition.
yeah,
That's dope. That's actually dope. All right.
yeah.
No, that's a solid list, though. I would like. I would watch. I would
Yeah,
watch.
yeah,
You know, I would watch. I would watch. I would definitely watch.
yeah.
That's a very good combination.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
have 5 people there, right?
I have 5 people here. Yeah.
That's solid. I have here. I have Ruga.
Ruga,
Yeah, I'm gonna put
this
Ruga in there.
the singer.
Yeah,
Okay, interesting, interesting,
yeah, put
interesting.
Ruga there. I have Akanani.
Mm,
Yeah,
funny, interesting guy
he has very good personality and character.
and
But
character. Yeah.
yeah, maybe this is an overstretch. I have Odumodu Black. Just for
Just for
some
some, some
yeah.
ruggedity.
And for the ladies, I have Hilda Bassi.
That will cause problem in that house.
Uh,
Okay.
I, I have Regina Daniels.
I want to choose resilience, but I know she wouldn't do it because of I know it's hypothetical, but she's
Yeah,
married to a
but
billionaire. Why would she be on a reality
why
show?
not? See, man, bro, let me tell you, people, fame is different
Yeah,
from money.
yeah, fame is different. True, 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 true.
Then
That's a solid list.
I have this lady in the UK, Madam Joyce.
Who's that?
She does like interviews.
Oh,
She's like a personality now.
personality. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. That'd be dope. That'd be dope. That'd
But
be
yeah, I
good.
think they need to do something big to just
Yeah,
like
they need
restore
it.
it again.
Yeah, yeah.
But I
To
think
make
the fear of that is if they go this big, you know, can they would
can
have
they
to
continue
sustain
with it?
every
Can they
year.
keep up? Yeah,
Yeah, and
can they keep
that's the
up?
main problem.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the main problem. Speaking about Kanani, did you watch his video of him berating the people at what you call them, iFitness?
High fitness. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
So
heard that complaint a lot from people who that go to high fitness. And I don't know where that audacity comes from. From like,
I mean, from
uh,
iFitness point of view, man, see, bro, they're going they're going through it, right?
I know you are going through it, but that doesn't give you the right to. I know everybody's
No, it
going
doesn't
through
give
it.
them
Nigeria
rights.
doesn't give
I
you the
agree.
right to like, yeah,
You can't just charge people's cards like,
like
okay, so
that.
you have
Come on,
like monthly subscription, then you
yeah,
have like a yearly subscription.
a
What's the
yearly
yearly
subscription.
subscription?
It does not make sense. What does a yearly subscription do?
And then you're making all the subscriptions without informing me or giving me the
Without
option to
people
opt out.
agreeing, yes, you
Because
can't come up with a product. Okay, I'm subscribed to a product.
yeah,
I'm subscribed to Osage's podcast. Osage said, you know what? I want to come up with a sports podcast and say, give it to everybody that listen to my podcast and charge them for. Do you understand? You are
yeah,
charging people who don't like whether you like sports or you don't like sports. As long as you are subscribed to Loose Talk, you must listen to my sport podcast. I must charge you for my sport podcast. It does not make sense. Do you get? I don't
yeah.
understand where the audacity comes from. And it's a Nigerian factor because they know that nothing will happen. People won't take
But
us to court.
you know the
Stuff like
dangerous
that.
thing. The dangerous thing is that if everybody goes and requests for like a chargeback, they're in trouble.
They're in trouble. There's no
Yeah,
payment. No payment. Yeah, they're in trouble. They
they're in
are in
trouble
trouble.
because the
They are in
card
trouble.
issuer, do you understand? They would
The
have
card
to pay
issue is
back for the card,
yeah,
and
it's
if
true.
multiple people are asking for chargeback, they'll kick you off the
Is they
platform.
kick you on the platform. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
So,
that's true.
but I guess
Yeah.
they feel like,
Also, a lot of people don't even have the information. A lot of people don't know about chargebacks.
my brother,
Nigerian customer.
I mean, the people that know, in fact, I dare say that the people that know about chargebacks in Nigeria are scammers. Because
That's a fact.
they are the
That's a
ones
fact
that
because they're the ones that go there and do chargebacks. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
the scammers.
That's true.
Like my friend would say, if you open a new product now, the first set of people that are going to test your product for
That
you,
is, of course, it's scammers now because they're looking for ways. Yeah, they're
they're
scammers
looking
now,
for loopholes and they're looking
bro.
for like fresh meat
If
and
you
they're
see
looking
what
for how to
people
use your
do,
product to scam.
if you see the steps people take, scammers take to
It's
go on a
scammers that
platform.
test your product best.
Yes, now they come on a
Tell you,
platform, they will board as a business just because they want to start moving money.
yes,
They will give you CAC documents.
everything. I'm telling you, scammers are the best. If you want to go, if you have gone into production prod and you're out and you have launched your product, scammers are
Scammers, they
the
will come
best.
and test it. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
they are testing
They're
it from
active.
12 a.m. to
And
4 a.m.
you don't need marketing. You don't need a lot of marketing budget to attract them. They know
No,
when you announce, they know they see it. They are coming.
the,
the, ah, ah,
the only problem is that you
their
can't do
product
marketing.
monitoring, or what do I call it? Their product monitoring is mad.
It's
Once
mad.
it launches, um,
The only
they're there.
problem is that you can't do focus group with them because they won't show up. Do you understand? But from that 12 a.m. to
They're
4 a.m.,
there. They're there. They
they are
are
working.
there. They are
They are
working.
active because they know your compliance team is sleeping.
Oh god.
You know. But,
Uh,
but yeah, back to iFitness, right? There's something El Divine put up on Twitter.
yeah,
He said, running a business in Nigeria is tough. iFitness was well priced when it started, but Naira has dropped so much, costs have increased. Also, funding to open those branches is USD capital, right? And
yeah, yeah,
revenue
yeah.
Naira, and revenues have dropped 60% in dollar value. So even iFitness, they are going through it.
They're going through it. They're going through it.
I talked
Yeah,
about Gudu. He stays in Ogudu, right?
yeah.
I stayed in Ogudu. And one of the reasons why I couldn't go to gym was that I didn't want to just leave Ogudu. Nearest gym was, I didn't even know if fitness was in Bagada. The one I knew was in Magodo.
Yeah, it
And I
was
was
in Bagada. Yeah, there's one
driving
in
all the
Bagada.
way
Yeah,
to
to
Magodo
Magudu.
after doing deadlift and doing leg day.
You not
then
be driving. Yeah,
pressing brake and
that's true.
to drive back, and also like the timing, traffic, and all that. So
That's
I get
true.
his point, but they can't build it because they're charging in naira.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, right? And these things are already happening. There are already businesses that are charging right now in FX,
Yes. Low key.
low
Yeah.
key, because I
Low
don't think
key.
you have the right to like do that. But like low key is already happening, and hopefully, naira can be restored to where it was
Yeah.
some
It
months
was
ago,
before.
and we
Yeah.
can keep it moving. But
Hopefully.
yeah, man,
And it's been coming down. It's 1-4 now. I don't know
bro,
whatever.
1-4 is 1-4 is not it too.
And I don't know what Cardoso is doing, but please, if you can go to 1,000 at least, make it
I don't
go.
like
I
it.
beg.
Let it go back to low, low, low.
I
Go
know,
low,
like
low.
we'll start with 1,000. We'll go to 1,000 and then we can say, okay, let's go back again to,
The
you know.
thing will rise, then come back, but it will never
I
come
went
back
to
to what
I
it
went to
was.
buy coolant today. The last time I bought coolant, it was 2.5 or so. And
Mm.
so maybe when I was going to buy it earlier today, I was like, maybe 5,000 or so. Bro, guess how much I bought coolant?
How much?
9,000 naira.
Wow.
Nine. I'm like, see, I'll start pouring water inside this radiator. It's the same thing.
I never used coolant for a very long time.
For real. I've never used water in my life.
I never used coolant in the radiator.
Yes, I've never used water.
I didn't use coolant in like a few
But I'm
years.
being tempted to.
Like for
Inflation,
like years.
inflation.
But me for like a very long time, I used to just use. In fact, a very long time, I used to be very terrible in my cars. I never used to check the radiator. I just drive every day. I'm telling you because I was just like, this is, granted, I used to drive a new car, right?
Yeah,
At
yeah,
some
yeah.
point.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, you're not checking a new cars. Like,
You're not
come on.
checking in your card like that. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Then if you have the driver was around after he had brought my wife or wherever, right? I'm not
Exactly. We do want to check in. Yeah.
checking
It's
jack
true. It's true. It's
nothing,
true. Yeah.
because but like later on I had to now get the coolant because I was driving that Honda. I had to get the coolant because
Okay.
that's an old bros. I had to get like the coolant and understood that
Yeah,
okay.
I'm doing. Yeah.
So you have in your radiator, you have no water there. Everything is just the coolant.
Everything is just equivalent.
That's crazy. Why?
Yeah. That's just what I've been used to since I started driving. So I'm like, let me
I
just
had no
continue with
idea. I
it.
thought you always even had to mix it.
Miss with what I know, it's just coolant. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never knew. Never knew till
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some music, bruv. Let's get
Yeah.
into some music. All right, let's start with
Every
Drake. Kanye.
everybody's I starting with Drake. Oh, I thought we were starting. I thought they said charity begins at home.
Where do you want
Because
to start?
everybody's running away from Afrobeats. That's why I'm bothered. Everybody's saying they're not Afrobeat artists.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
let me. There was a theory I wanted to actually deliver last
Okay.
week, or like
Okay.
we didn't record
Yeah.
last week. The week before, I forgot to say it,
Let's
and
go.
I'm already seeing manifestations of what I was thinking about. Not that I
Yeah.
manifested it, though. I'm saying I'm already seeing.
You saw it coming. Yeah.
Mhm. Here's what's going on right now in Afrobeats in general.
Yeah.
We are in a there's a fix going on. There's a slump, so to say,
Yeah.
happening, and I'll break it down.
They're looking for the next sound. They've not seen it.
So usually
Yeah.
what happens is that, and that's why you have to give a lot of props to like Wizkid and Davido, two of them especially. Yeah, I know we always say like Burna is like different with the sound and everything, right? Which is great, but Burna's sound is not photocopiable, so to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
His
Yeah.
sound is too distinct for him to lead a a genre for people to like adopt and use in a community. So it's
Yeah.
very distinct, right? And it's not a bad thing. It's just, there's a pro to it and there's a con to it for Afrobeats as a community.
Yeah.
What has always happened in the last 12 years is that some people have led the industry and they've led it sonically with the help of different producers over those periods of time. And
Mm-hmm.
so once those grade A artists or first set of artists do it, right? Other people do it, and then there's a volume of content for people like us to consume in that community. Now, when these guys don't do it, other people below them do it. They catch on to the sound and then reproduce the sound and make it bigger, right? And so there's this, they are like, at times, they can be the organic creators of the content. At times, they
Mm-hmm.
can be like the loudspeakers of that content.
The content,
So
yeah.
whether it's the pong pong sound, is whatever sound coming from 2010, 2011 up till now, even into the Amapiano sound, right? These guys continue to like oil the machinery. Now,
Mm-hmm.
in the last 18 months, these guys have gone on to like do other things. And then the sound in the last 12 months has sort of like mellowed a bit,
Mm.
right? Now, there are some people that have come up to do the new sound. But the problem with the new sound now, the new sound is not copyable enough for it to be replicated and
So
enjoyed.
replicated
What's
and
the new sound?
what's the new
Odumodu
sound?
Black and Charlie Poppy. So Wiz
Oh,
and David can't do it, and as usual, they used to come
yeah, they can't
and
jump on
it's
it
different. It's a different sound because they usually just pick the sound up and everybody goes again.
and
Oh, this,
go.
this,
And because
all
they're
the
big
just go.
enough,
You
the
understand?
vibe, yeah,
So whether it's Naramali sound, anytime it was anybody's sound, those
they
guys will
can they
work,
can adopt it.
those guys will adopt it and whatever. Bonner will even come and work with his Zlatan once in a while and adopt the sound. He also does it as well. He'll pick on the sound,
Yeah,
right? He collaborated with Shay Vibes on his record. But now you have those two guys who are like the hottest guys right now, and the sound is not adoptable. But guess what? Some people will try. Tiwa Savage has just done 100
yeah,
million with
and you know
Odumodu.
enter.
So they will try it, but it's not
Yeah,
entry because that sounds
it's not
so.
entry. It's
What they need
slow.
now is now a reset. That's
Hmm.
what's wrong with Afrobeat right now because Amapiano is the log drums. Everybody's
They
tired.
don't go now. Yeah,
Is dying out. So someone needs to come with a new sound that everybody can say, "Oh, and the new sound be this." So yeah, producers, everybody adopt it, and it usually comes with a new artist and a new producer.
and a new
Fresh
producer.
sound.
Yeah.
All the producers are tired.
Hmm.
Then once that producer now does it, people will now say, okay, this is the new sound. Let
Right,
me add,
let's go with it.
I'll now do my own. Everybody will now do their own. Boom, 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 boom. So right now, that's where the
Hmm.
industry is.
Hmm.
That's my working theory.
Because they better do fast because Tyler is a threat to Afrobeats.
Um, is she? Yeah. So,
Yes.
um, will I call her a threat? I'm not going to call her a threat now, but I
Okay.
see your point because what can happen is they will just say that what she's doing is Afrobeat and that
That's it.
the
That's it.
evolution of Afrobeat has now moved to her sound.
I moved to ourselves. That's it.
Do you understand? And
Hmm.
so, and that's the problem with Afrobeats because the sound is not set on a particular genre. It's a collection
Yeah.
of different
It's a
things.
collection of different genres.
If Tyler now says, "Oh, like I'm Afrobeats," everybody's not going to say, "Okay, Tyler, what Tyler is doing is Afrobeats." But really, what
Yes.
Tyler is doing is like it's pop music, it's R&B and pop music, but with like tinges of Afrobeats all over the place. Have you heard our album?
No, no, I've not. Is his album out?
Yeah, the album is
When?
self-titled. It came out this Friday.
Oh, this Friday because I know she has been having listening sessions around. Oh, I'll listen to it. I'll listen to it. Okay,
It's a
okay,
dope
okay.
album. It's a dope
Damn.
album. It's a pop album. It's your regular pop album. It's good. It's well written. The beats are dope. The features are dope. There's a lot of intentionality, and the marketing team, her strategy team, they are shooters, all of them. They're out, they're snipers. They've been killing the game. Everything they put out has been A1, correct. Her branding, everything that she's worked on there's till down to all her like her YouTube shorts, everything is executed properly. She has a solid team behind her, and you can only have that when you have money.
Yeah, it's true.
you know. So I'm looking forward to
That's dope.
um
That's dope.
yeah other like female artists because you need as many male artists you have, you need female artists also dominating the game. I
Yeah.
need them to also come in and do their thing. Yeah. So,
Yeah, it
so
makes
I
sense.
think for like the Wiz thing, right? Some people are saying like, "Hey man, he wants to drop a new project," so he's saying that. Um, at the end of the day, it's like what I said about the Bonner thing. You can say what you want to say, and that's great,
Yeah.
right?
The
Because you have,
reality is different. Yeah.
it's raining outside, and I can say it's not raining.
Yeah,
Everybody,
yeah, it's true. You have the right to say whatever you want to say.
you
Yeah.
have the right. It's free speech, but I don't think
Yeah.
people should not get mad and say, "Oh, you're shitting on the platform that." My brother, if you understand how entertainers move, don't take any. I've rolled with entertainers. I've managed musicians.
Yeah.
I learned something from a musician that I managed. They would do him wrong, and he's never pissed off. It used to baffle me. I used to manage someone, and I'm like, this guy did this, and you just look at
Yeah.
me like, "Why you dey vex now, no vex now," because he's going to do something, do the same thing to someone else. They all and they all don't get pissed off.
Yeah.
So when someone speaks like that or talks says, oh, whatever this genre is, I think the painful thing is that people that support these people and really like put their life on the line for these people, they kind of feel hurt.
Yeah. That's
They
true.
say something like this. But really, man, he's back to making music again. I'm looking forward to the music he's going to make. That's it. You keep it moving, man. Me, I just want to enjoy the music. I'm a civilian in the whole thing right now.
Yeah.
I
All
just
right,
want
back
to
to
enjoy the
Drake.
music. Yeah, Drizzy Drake. So Kendrick Lamar put out well, Metro Boomin and
A
Future
future.
put
Yeah.
out
An album.
an album, right? Part one
Yeah.
of a two-part album actually.
Yeah.
And it's a dope album. The name of the album is We Don't Trust You.
We don't trust
Even
you.
before the Kendrick Lamar verse was
It was
made
a
public,
buzz. Yeah.
there was already a buzz about the project. We Don't
Mm.
Trust You was already, I already thought personally, I thought it was a subliminal to Drake
So Drake, yeah,
because
yeah.
of what Drake said about Metro Boomin recently. Metro Boomin said something about, I think when
Mr. Bean and
CEO,
Drake have been going back and forth, yeah, for like a
yeah,
year now.
then you
Yeah.
put Future on it, and I know that they said Future and Drake also had an issue. I think they said Drake
Drake Future
wasn't
wasn't happy that he did an album that Drake did an album with 21 Savage. Yeah.
with the hand 21, and all that. And so when you see something with Metro Boomin and you see We Don't Trust You, if
Yeah.
Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, I
This
think
is
I know
it.
what, yeah, I think I know what's going on here, right? And then boom, the thing drops, and then there's a surprise feature on the album. Kendrick Lamar comes out and Kung Fu Kenny gives everybody. And I saw the breakdown of the verse. The verse is an amazing verse, the way he
Yeah,
delivered it.
it's a good one. It's a good verse.
Yeah.
I like
And
it.
I'm listening to it and I'm like, this is dope. Then Dissect Podcast actually break down the verse line for line. And I've always seen Kendrick Lamar as like a dope MC. I've seen him like a storyteller. I've seen him like somebody who will give you political commentary. I have not necessarily seen him as the kind of MC who is like punchline, like J. Cole will give you, or like my East Coast New York rappers will give you, or even like a game will give you. Bro, what he did on this verse, the double entendres, the multiple lines, the multiple messaging, for me, it blew my mind away. Oh. He really gave it to both of them. Oh. He gave it to Drake. I mean, him and
Yeah.
Drake, they've been going back and forth at
Back
it
and
since
forth,
when?
yeah. For this
2013.
is 2013 or so, yeah.
Yeah, since when Sean dropped Control, that's
Yeah.
and then to J. Cole, me, I won't lie, I feel like he and Cole are still Cole. I feel like he
Yeah.
probably Cole and say, man, I'm coming for you guys. You know how it is fair game. And
Yeah,
Cole,
fair game, yeah. And
yeah,
Cole is ready. Cole understands that part of hip hop. Drake does not. Drake is always
yeah,
in his feelings over all these things, yeah.
yeah. I feel like Cole would just feel like, okay, because
Okay, that's
Cole
good. Yeah, I'm ready.
Cole gave it to him with the steppers line on what's the name of the first person shooter.
Yeah,
After I propped him, he still gave it to him, Mr. Stepper.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
so he gave it to them. He said,
There's
big
something that happened on Louis Yachi's podcast when they were discussing first person shooter. Louis Yachi was trying to say that like fans thinks that hip hop is competitive when two rappers are on record. That he was trying to like make J Cole agree that yeah, it's just J Cole was like no. On this future, Drake knows I was coming after him. Like Drake knows like if we're in the future together, if we're gonna invest song together, I want my verse to be better than you. Like he understands that side
yeah.
of hip hop. But Drake, I don't think Drake gets it.
Hmm.
And he's always in his feelings anytime somebody, shoots a shot and let's see how he responds. Funny enough, I was expecting him because he's on tour. He's on tour right now. I was expecting him last night. He had like his first stop in Florida. He's doing 2 nights in Florida. I expected him to like during these breaks when he talks something.
Yeah.
I expected him to say something about it. He didn't say anything about it. So
Hmm.
that let me know that okay.
Might be
Well,
preparing
we're
something.
waiting. He's
What
preparing
do you
something.
think
Let's
from
see.
Drake's perspective? What do you think you should do? Do you think you should respond?
Not in a record. Maybe just wait meet in another feature or something, something. Just he's not. He doesn't warrant a record yet because it's not as if he's beefing. He's not a beef. He's just saying, "Guy, I'm the best." You understand me? You throw your own
Yeah.
shot. Let's be throwing shots until it develops into something that we require a new record, right? A whole record for it. So let's see how it goes. Yeah.
And what about J. Cole? He's dropping an album
I
soon.
think it should stay out for now.
But Cake Dot gave it to him just as he gave
Yeah,
it to
yeah,
Drake.
yeah. Maybe too. Yeah, maybe. But they have to treat it differently. They shouldn't like join. They shouldn't like join forces to get back at Kendrick. It will look lame to say, "Well, you can't fight Kendrick on your own," stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's fair game anyway. You know?
Yeah, I think if I'm J. Cole, I don't think because of like J. Cole's like demeanor, his character, I don't see him dissing Kendrick back. I don't see it.
Same. I just think this Kendrick and
They
Drake
were
thing
actually
has
very
Drake has
close.
forced it on him. Drake has just the future, the first person shooter thing, the whole going on thought together. I think Drake has just been forcing this relationship, and I don't know to what end. But let's see how it goes.
I'm looking forward to it.
Uh,
Definitely looking forward to it. Okay, we have here we're still in the month
yeah,
of
yeah,
March.
yeah. We're still in the month of March, and
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I don't know
don't
if you
think
guys, I don't know if you prepared your list. If you didn't prepare your list, we can postpone it to next week. Next
I
week,
think we can. Yeah, let's postpone it to next week.
let's
I also
postpone it
think
to
we need to
next
do
week.
a list on women in media. I think that's also a
Yeah,
good list.
women in media will be dope, right? It will be dope.
Yeah,
It will be good. All right. We only have
yeah,
one episode to do that now because even the last episode, the next episode, I don't think it falls in March, but we can still wing it anyway. Yeah, let's see.
yeah, yeah. All
Yeah.
right, let's read some fan mails.
Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. This is from Real Showboy C. Hi, Giants, OG fan. Been writing for a minute. And first, I'd like to express my immense respect to you guys. Omo, una they give young men some kind confidence with your insights. For real, thank you. Thank you too, brother. Steve talked about 9 to 5, the 9 to 5 culture. And funny enough, before he did, I was about to share my own recent experience with it, but work choked me up. I graduated in 2015, but prior to that, I had been passionately pursuing music for almost a decade. Though I've managed to make some strides, assist other artists with promotions and connections, music hasn't fully paid off yet. Recently, I started working for my dad's shipping travel agency. He says I don't the old, which required me to move to Abuja from Lagos. Bro, it's been like a prison sentence. While I appreciate the impact I've made in my family business, a part of me feels incomplete without music in my life. Before I bid farewell, I'll be thrilled if you guys could listen and review a tape I put together. It's called Afro Continental. You won't believe how I managed to collaborate with B-list artists like Peruzzi. He wrote Peru, but I think he's trying to say Peruzzi, or another artist from India. But because I do Afrobeat, they love it now. Yeah, shout out to you, real boys, real show boy C. I think enjoy every journey. I understand when you say, "Oh, you're in Abuja, it feels like a prison sentence." Enjoy that period because guess what? In the future, you are going to the experiences you got there, you are going to apply it somewhere else. That's how I always see it. So enjoy every moment um, that comes your way. Enjoy every place you are. You are soaking up some experience that you would deliver somewhere else. I'll tell you a quick story. I used to work in an oil and gas service company, and I used to ask myself, what am I doing here? Like, is this my future? But it was the first place that taught me about corporate structure, a bit of office politics, understanding how to like report to your immediate boss or to your line head. And it gave me it shaped, and I was in university that time, so but it shaped my reality around how to work in the office and all that. So enjoy every moment, and I wish you the best with your music. I'll be very frank with you, right? Everybody who goes into like the music space starts off with I want to make music, and then they venture into other areas around that primary music space. It happens all the time. There are some of the most popular people who work in media now, who are managers, who are promoters, etc. They all started off as musicians. They all started off in the studio. This is not to deter you from pursuing your music, but I'm just saying, right? Like take it in. Don't feel Don't feel frustrated, and don't feel like you're not giving your best, but deliver on everything that is required from you. And I wish you the best. All right, let's move on to another fan mail. This is from Orgenzi. It says, special shout out to my Delta bro, aka lead researcher, Steve
I
Miguel.
got you.
Big ups to Sags as well. My journey with you guys started from watching your episodes on Facts Only as an undergraduate in Ghana at the time and learning and understanding a lot in the music space. Still waiting for a Music in Time episode. Guys, give me a break. And what you guys consider the template album review, Motion to Mo Hits. All right. Don't worry. When I and I have time, that's the next album we review. The Real Estate OT2, I love how you always say your mind and keep us updated on everything Lagos and the Baddies movement. Ayo is our go-to Baddies expert now. Incredible. Incredible. Anyways, it says, I want to thank you all for putting in the work that you do. You guys are my literal virtual elder brothers. Being the firstborn of a family and having to navigate this life thing has not been easy. But just listening to you guys weekly and your advice on how to navigate life, especially for we young men, is greatly appreciated. We love you, bro. Also, great to see the growth from all of you in your various fields. Currently studying for my master's in the 6666 in Canada, and listening to you guys every week just keeps me connected to everything going on in Nigeria. On the last episode, you guys talked about the CV album not being a classic. Did we say it wasn't a classic? Because if you're going to rate that album over five, I'll say it's a classic. I'm fine with giving it a classical. The album head to toe, there's no skip. you know. But it says I kind of understand where you guys are coming from because I know the bar for y'all is high, but there are songs there that in 2024 are still go-to songs for some parties. Close to You, Pere, Booty Call, 1010, and the best wedding song, in my opinion, Ololufe, were all on that album. And 15 years later, they are still relevant. What's your take on this? Quick take on this. I think CV is actually a classic. CV has everything. In fact, there are some hidden gems that didn't become singles, right? It's like Move Your Body Like a Masquerade. Like some other jams that didn't even become singles, they didn't shoot videos for that. Like you hear it today, like, oh no, oh no. One day is miraculous, right? Because he provided most of um the 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 templates for what was delivered, right? Sid, who was just transitioning from like a rapper, was started rapping and singing and excelled very well. The Prince was just the Prince. K Switch was K Switch. Like it's a really good album, and the band on the records he could, and of course the guys that produced the record, Don Jazzy, Fisi Perez, and Co. They did a great work. I actually think it's a 5/5 album. Anyways, you say also I love it when you guys enter your football session and bands, as I can tell you guys know football. I know you guys are busy, but can we get any football stuff from you guys hosted by the lead researcher himself? Just a thought. I actually think Steve can have a sports podcast. I have an idea. There's a sport podcast he used to have, and I feel like he can do it. I just feel like the person he can do it with is contractually obligated not to do
Not to do it, yeah.
outside what he's doing now. But
Yeah.
honestly, I would love to have a sports podcast with you guys on. Trust me, I would love like for Global Village to handle all of that.
All of that. Okay.
And I know you have a lot of work you're doing, Steve, but if you do have time and you do have somebody who
To
can
do with it. Okay.
honestly like a 30-35 minutes, there's lots to talk about. There's lots to talk about from like a Nigerian perspective,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's a lot to talk about. There are a lot of Nigerians or Nigerian born players playing in Europe.
Players that we have to like start talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So it'll be nice
That'll be
to
good. That'll be good. We
yeah.
yeah,
See,
we'll have
Nigeria's
it.
soft power is
It's
crazy.
mad. It's
It's
crazy.
crazy. I'm telling you. I'm
We'll
seeing
have it
more
on the roadmap, and
yeah,
yeah, it's definitely there. Now that
I'm
you
seeing
mentioned it,
I'm seeing more Nigerians play for like sports.
everywhere. And guess what? In the
Crazy.
next 10 years, it's going to be
Oh my
crazier,
god, it's going to be crazier.
bro.
The
Have you
boy that
taken?
plays for
Guy,
Luton,
take a look at,
I had no idea he was like I just saw his name. I'm like, another
bro.
Nigerian.
Take a
We're
look
all
at
different.
the academies across England.
It's a madness.
Olufemi,
And you just
Sheyi,
Olufemi
Obafemi,
Dayo, Chigozie. You're just
Chijoke. I'm
my
like,
goodness.
what the fuck is happening? So
It's
yeah,
crazy.
it's going to be crazier. Yeah.
There are two Nigerians. I think there are two Nigerians who play for um, Ireland now, and both of them, I believe, are playing for. Or maybe one of them is playing for Luton, Ogbeni, and
Ogbeni, yes, that's true,
Adebayo.
that's
So
true,
the guy with the
that's true.
dreads, Adebayo,
Yes,
like
yes, yes,
knows how to
yes, yes.
flip the ball like
They
this.
invited one of the Luton players to this Super Eagles camp, but he got injured.
But the defender,
Yeah, the defender.
what's his name?
I think the
Adebayo, right?
defender. I can't remember his name. I think I've forgotten. I didn't follow up that one way.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And you
yeah.
know why I'm happy about like their exposure, right, in the top flight, um, um, the top flight
Top
leagues,
flight leagues, yeah.
because they can now come back and play for the Super Eagles. Because
Yeah.
all you need for any national team is 23 players. So some
That's
people
it.
have put it out and said, you know what,
Yeah.
I'm never going to get into this team because
Yeah.
there's so many players. Why don't I just look at the, wasn't it not Brahim Diaz, who's the guy that recently
Yeah,
nationalized
Bram Diaz now to Morocco.
straight
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
Straight up, he just looked at it. He's Spanish, right?
Yeah. So I can't play for Spain. That's
I'm
it's
not going to
impossible.
get into this team. Let me go and
Yeah.
play for where I can. There was also another person um recently. Uh, yeah, Alex Twanzebe, DR Congo also.
Yeah, Diaz Congo, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, let me check.
Is it Diaz
Twanzebe.
Congo? I think so.
I just saw it, recently. Yeah, makes international sweet. Yeah, DR Congo.
Diaz Congo, yeah.
Because he's just looked at it that,
England can. I can't he's not even in consideration. So
Twanzebe is English,
just
right?
yeah, he's
He's
English now.
English.
Check, check,
He's
check. I
English.
don't
Oh, let me check.
my phone.
Alex Twanzebe. Yeah, his birthplace is DR Congo, but I believe he is. Now they've taken it off his Instagram. I say his
Mm,
Instagram, his Wikipedia.
Wiki.
Yeah, yeah, he's English. So Twanzebe
Okay,
is
okay, okay.
eligible to represent England or Democratic Republic
Of
of
Congo.
Congo at
Yeah,
international level. He's played youth international football for England. So he played under 19, under 20, under 21 levels.
yeah.
So my guy just looked at him and said, man, I'm probably not going to get into this team.
There's no
If,
need. Yeah.
if Fikayo Tomori can't get into this team,
What are my chances? So yeah, it's
you
best I
understand?
just go. Yeah.
So it's best
Yeah.
that, if Tomo, it's man, let me just go and play for a team. I know that,
I'll
I'm
do
going
it
to be.
when I'm settled. I'll look for something. I'm just looking for a unique angle to cover them, and I think you've just pointed out something.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is part of it. So yeah, make it like really, yeah, like there's a good idea. We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
I have an unhealthy habit of listening to too many sports podcasts. It's a problem.
Yeah, I think I've pruned. I have like some good podcasts I listen to, but my bar for listening to a sports podcast is that it doesn't. It's not going to be a commercial podcast. When I mean commercial podcast, it's not going to be from the mainstream media. So I don't listen to ESPN FC anymore. I don't listen to yeah. So
Yes,
like
BNFC is not a football podcast. It's a showbiz podcast.
it's a showbiz podcast.
You
So
understand?
yeah,
Yeah.
now I listen like
Are
so I
you
listen to a lot of
clinical and
club
yeah,
specific podcasts because I
the
believe that
athletic,
those people
most of
have
the
more
athletic,
context.
they
I
have the
listen to
best.
all athletics podcasts,
They have
the
the best
Manchester
one.
United podcast, the Arsenal podcast,
Yeah.
the Man City podcast, stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you listen
Then
to
I
the
listen to
Totally
Sid
Football show?
Lowe's.
They have a Totally Football show,
Yes, I'll listen to the Totally Football Show.
and those
Absolutely
guys
now.
are
Then I
see
listen for La
British are
Liga. I listen to Sid Lowe's podcast
yeah,
For the Serie A. I have a podcast. I listen to two podcasts. I listen to Serie A. Then the French league. I have a podcast I listen to for the French league. And that's
okay.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I listen to the Totally Football show. That's the athletic.
You are the one
Then
that makes me go. You are the one that started make me check out the Guardian Football podcast. But I pick and choose when to listen and when to
okay, I
listen.
love it because I love the characters there.
Yeah,
Glenn,
yeah.
they've been
Yeah.
recording that podcast since Germany 2006.
Damn.
I'm telling you, it's all
Damn.
available. So you know what one
Yeah.
guy did? A listener on the show went to 2006 and listened to everything to the current dates
So the current dates.
and gave his
Damn.
review. That was the only thing he was
That's
listening in his life.
yeah.
So it's also a good podcast. Let's get back into this gentleman's family.
Family. Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. So I mean, I've pitched it to Steve, so he can if he wants to do that, let him do that. Anyways, he says he's also looking to start a football podcast too, where he can call his friends weekly and have discussions about the weekend games, transfers, and have friendly banter like they already do, giving up like 3 hour long conversations. He's rounding up his program this year and is looking to start off once he's done with school and combining school alongside his part time job, which isn't easy, but I'm sure he'll get it done. So I would love to hear any advice. I think the advice is simple, like always write a script. That's what I'll say. Don't like freestyle it. Oh, I want to start a podcast, and you're excited and you do 2 episodes, then you just say that, your third episode, you don't have anything to say. I think you should always write a script, put something down, and have like a long term plan about the things you want to discuss. And if you really want to set, the ball into motion, you can always reach out to me. We're happy to consult for you, and if possible, write your content and write your script for you. These are the things we offer at Global Village. Anyways, the last email here is from a guy in Texas, and he says, "Hello everyone, my name is Tosin. So I've been reflecting on Tyler's recent album release, which followed the success of her hit song Water. Anytime I hear water, I remember the guy throwing water on the back of his body, singing "Make me sweat" while we beat
After beating South Africa, yeah.
Nigerians are sick people.
Cool.
Anyways, it says this got me thinking about Thames and her current state and the current state of her career. It's certainly not a poor position, yet it seems to have plateaued, in my view, especially since her last EP in 2020. Do you think I'm
Mm-hmm.
overanalyzing this? Lately, it appears her main activity is touring, which is positive, but I'm concerned she's not fully leveraging the momentum and excitement she's cultivated in the past years. It could be an
Mm.
issue with her team or difficulties in finalizing the album. Regardless, I believe it's crucial she addresses this soon. What are your thoughts? Shall I go first or do you want to go first?
You go first.
I think it's all about timing. I understand what you're saying, right? I think for her, we can't jump into the way they want to position her. We can't jump into the whole Afrobeat craze, even though she kind of rode on it a bit, Essence, etc, etc. I think, we should see it from a different point of view. And I think the biggest and the most grand statement that we can have from her will be her album. And when we hear the album, if it's on that level, everybody will be like, okay, it was
Yeah.
worth the wait. That's the only way I see it. I think her journey is very different from like Tyler's journey or Ira Star's journey because they are like three different artists and which make at least in terms perspective now she makes like different music. So you're not going to I'm not going to stop anybody from touring. Got to make that cheese, you know. You got to make that money. But I would just say people like Steve are waiting for the album. They're waiting for the album, and the album has to be. It can
Yeah.
now because you've dropped 2 EPs, you've dropped a singles. Everybody knows you can sing boom boom boom. But I think the
Yeah.
grand statement you can make is your debut album.
Yeah. It's I it's okay. Like I understand that anybody like that is fearful of Thames' career or like her status right now. I'm of the feeling that she blew up too early, and yeah, let's see how she goes. Let's see um how she reclaims her time and her career. Let's see how it goes. I'm watching it with keen interest.
Watching with keen interest. Yeah, yeah, that wraps it up for this week. Girls give you guys two
So
hours, I think.
yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
So that's
for
is good.
some good stuff. Hope you guys are
Yeah,
doing well. Want to give a shout out to everybody who's supported the podcast. The link to send in your donations is in the show notes. And thank you for everybody who has done that. We see on our handwork. Shout out to
yeah.
you guys. Big shout out to you guys. And hope you guys have a fantastic week. We're back and hopefully the man
Back
from
and better.
will be back. We'll be back
Mm.
next week. Let's see how much everybody misses AOT2. I'm sure they will. All right, man. It's bye bye from me.
Same here, guys. Have a great week, everyone.
Cheers.
Peace.